Hello, welcome to the alignment part 1, discussing our defense for this season. I first want to go over some concepts about where you need to go as a defensive player. Just a few concepts we need to cover real fast here today. Concept number 1, who is an eligible receiver? Who is an eligible receiver? Okay, let's take a look at the offense. When the offense comes to the line, you'll typically see 5 players right around the line, a center, and then 2 players on either side of him. Okay, a guard and a tackle, and a guard and a tackle. Those players are not eligible to receive a pass. They may not go out for a pass. Everyone else, okay, can go out for a pass. Now, there will be 2 other players on the line of scrimmage. There's a total of 7 required to be on the line of scrimmage. The 2 end players are eligible to receive a pass. Now, these 2 ends are tight to the other men on the line of scrimmage. That's why they are called tight ends. Okay, tight ends. Sometimes this player over here will be over here instead, in which case we would have only 1 tight end. Okay, so there's 7 minimum players required on the line of scrimmage. The 2 on the end are eligible. Everyone else in back of these players are also eligible. In this case, this includes the quarterback as well as the other 3 players in this particular case. Okay? Now, let's go over another formation and see if you can tell who the eligible receivers are. First, we have the 2 men on the end men on the line of scrimmage, the tight end, and then the wide end, the wide out. Then we have another player over here. He's in back of the line of scrimmage, and then 2 other backfield players. Please remember that the quarterback is an eligible receiver, so he can pitch the ball to a player and then go out himself for a pass. We must remember that. Let's look at another formation. Go ahead and point to the eligible receivers. Okay, over here we have a player here. Now this end, okay, that is not an end. He would be called a tight end if this player were back, but he's not. He is not eligible. Okay, the other end man on the line of scrimmage is, as there are these other players here. Let's go to another one. Okay, take a look at this offense. This might be a familiar picture to you. Hopefully it is if you've played this offense before, as we will this year. First we go to the 2 men, the end men on the line of scrimmage, the 2 tight ends. We have a wing back. Then we have 3 others in the backfield. Okay, how many total eligible receivers are there? Count them up. There are 6 eligible receivers at any time. 5 ineligible, all right, 6 that are eligible, assuming that you only have 7 on the line of scrimmage. Now, what if you have this? This is totally legal. You can have 10 men on the line of scrimmage, 1 in the backfield. Who are the eligible receivers here? Well, the answer is that you have the backfield player as well as the 2 men on the ends. Everyone else would be ineligible. Okay? All right, finally, let's go to this one. Okay, this might be one that formation we come across. We have the 5 men here that are not eligible, the 2 men on the ends. Okay, a wing back or a slot, plus the other 2 in the backfield, plus the quarterback. Okay, let's go. Next concept. All right, the next concept we'll discuss is the offensive backfield alignment. The offensive backfield alignment. In our defense, we need to know how many players besides the quarterback are in the backfield. That's going to tell us a lot about how we need to align. All right, quarterback plus how many. Okay, if there's no one except the quarterback back there, we're going to call that an empty set. All right, now this is very important for the linebackers and the safety, all right, to understand so that they know how they line up. So we just have to get this concept down. Okay, there's empty. If there's 1 player besides the quarterback, we're calling that ace. 2 players is deuce. 3 players would be called full. So here we have the quarterback in back of the line of scrimmage. No one else is with him here. Okay? Everyone else is out on the edges. This would be called then an empty set. All right? Let's go to the next one. How many players besides the quarterback are there? There's just one. This would be called ace. Here's one. Okay, here's a formation. How many players besides the quarterback? 1, 2. Here's the quarterback. 2 others means that we're going to call this a deuce set. All right, how about this one? 3 players besides the quarterback. We call this full. Okay, so let's do a little quiz. Take a look at this. How many players are back there, and what would the call be? What would we call this? If we're in the middle of a game, the offense comes out, lines up just like this. What would the linebacker shout out to everybody? Okay, this is a deuce set. How about this one? Now be careful. All right, we have the quarterback plus how many? 1. That's an ace set. Okay, now don't be confused because there's 2 guys back here. All right, this is a shotgun snap. He's the quarterback. There's 1 more. This is definitely an ace set. How about this one? Okay, once again, we have 1 player besides the quarterback. This is an ace set. Now, this one's a little different, but still, there are 3 back there. This is a full set. And here's kind of a squirrely formation. Take a good look at this. Lots of players on the edges, but the important thing is how many players are with the quarterback? Nobody. It's an empty set. Okay? Finally, let's go to the alignment terms concept we want to discuss here. Alignment terms. Okay? This is used in high school through the NFL real quick. Okay? What we're going to do is study real fast how to number the places on the offensive line where you as a defensive lineman are going to line up. And this numbering system really helps. This was developed by Bear Bryant many, many years ago in the 1950s and 60s. And basically, if we tell you as a defensive lineman to line up in a 3 technique, okay, you would line up basically in what we call the B gap. But this is a real easy way of defining where you go. All right, we have the head-up positions are always 2, 4, and 6. All right, 2, 4, and 6 are head up. 0 is, of course, the nose guard on the center, head up. And then in the A gap would be 1s. The B gap are 3s. And then we have shading going on with regards to the tight end and tackle here. Now, in our defense, we're only focusing on the 7 technique. So when we tell you the Sam linebackers and corners to go into a 7 technique or that we're going to run a 7 technique drill, you know to come in here and shade the inside part of the tight end. Your outside ear is with his inside ear. Okay? Again, this is just for your reference. We'll go over this in practice quite a bit. The 3 technique is lining up in the B gap, but we really want to shade our inside ear to the outside ear. We're focusing on the outside shoulder of these guards. Okay? All right, that's just a real simple overview there, and of course the nose guard is in a 0 technique. If you need to watch this video again, please do so. Thank you. We'll see you at the next presentation on Alignment Part 2.